Okay, this next one is what I call the blues. It's a blues rundown. Goes like this. Whoops, I messed that up a little bit. None of us are infallible. Okay, there you go. Let's slow that down a bit. You want to get this first bit like that. So your first two notes are, you're sliding up into pentatonic minor, position 2. Or minor pentatonic position 2. I always tend to call them pentatonic minor. It actually is minor pentatonic, really. Okay, position 2, here. Still in the key of A, remember? We're still in the guitar-friendly key of A, you see? But we're going into position 2 here. So, and position 2 takes us between the 7th and 9th frets, but not so symmetrically as it does there. So it doesn't run down quite in the same way. So we just want to use little bits of it which suit us. Okay, so you go. Okay, I want to show you this now. Look, if I can get this round the right way. You want to. That's it. Break the guitar. I'm just going to turn. Let's just turn the camera around so you can see this bit. This is quite important. This is what we call. It's what I call directional picking, because it's the proper name for it. Or how it's normally referred to is alternate picking, right? Okay, but the reason I call it directional picking is because I try to go in the direction of the next string that you're going to pick. So like this. Let me just get this camera angle a bit better now. Let's go. Just need to get a little bit closer here. As you probably noticed, I'm actually doing this on a webcam, which can be a very good way of doing things, and sometimes it's not such a good way of doing things. Okay, here we go. So you should now be able to see both fingers. Both hands. Right, here we go. So I'm going. You see that I'm going down. A little slide there to get. You see, if you do lots of slides when you're playing, your playing becomes smoother, because you don't keep taking your fingers off the fretboard. You can move to different places nice and smoothly like that. And obviously you want to use plenty of fast fret to get your fretboard nice and slippery, and not ridiculously so, but just enough so you can do it without being held up by the frictions of the fretboard, stopping your fingers going as fast as they might be able to go. Okay, so here we go with the. So you got the, and you can see, and I hope you can also see how I'm holding the pick as well. This is something which people don't always get just exactly right. It's not the only way that people hold the pick, but it's the way that I've found it's used by a vast majority of, well, especially rock guitarists and country, which actually makes the whole thing much easier, because you only need two fingers. You don't need a whole fist to hold a pick. You can do it with your thumb and your finger. Now, I lay the plectrum on my first finger like that, so it comes out directly in line with the finger, and the thumb goes on at an angle of 90 degrees at right angles, so it comes out like that. And then the next thing is, and you can see back there how it's held, and the other thing is you don't want too much sticking out, because you don't want it flapping in the breeze. You want it to be nice and just sticking out a little bit, just so you can move very, very, very fast, because there are other techniques which I'll show you which involve very, very fast picking, known as tremolo picking. Okay, let's just go back to this, Oh, and your pinky, there you go, your pinky should be resting gently, but enough to stabilise you on the guitar itself, the body, the scratch plate, wherever, whatever the design of the guitar is, and your edge of your hand should be resting for most playing, not all, but most, or much of the time, on the bridge itself. Right, okay, so because that will be used for muting the strings, known as palm muting. Okay, so you now got, and I'll show you, keep looking at the right hand for this. See that? So now I'm just going to go. We're going now that you saw the right hand technique. That's fine. We're just going to go back now. Oh, we'll just move the camera to this position again. No? I think if it'll just kindly go where I'm asking it to go. Thank you very much. Okay, lift that up a little bit. Okay, can you take the camera? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Right, there we are. See that you can see the whole position again, and let's go back to that exercise. So it's and in this one we're sort of doing quite a bit. We're holding that note quite a bit. Just get this finger out of the way for you, and we do a little squeeze on that, just to give it a little, which actually only takes it up, bends it up only half a fret, if you like. You're only taking it half a semitone, a quarter of a tone, which in most European music you just don't get quarter. I mean, you can't really, you normally wouldn't write music in quarter tones, and Indian music and some other Eastern type music compositions can be written like that. But European music generally, well, it doesn't really have provision to, except in guitar music, when you actually write a bend, you put in your tablature, you can put the note, which in this case would be the 5th fret on the 3rd string. You could put the note, and you then put a little arrow going up with a quarter next to it, which is basically a quarter of a tone, like that. So now we'll just do that again. Again. Okay, so that's that one, and I'll just do it one more time just to save you rolling back. Here we go. Okay.